Hello and welcome to HBM's Cryptid-Corner for Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. We have a few things to talk about, so let's get started. Here's an interesting story which goes back about 20 years. Anthropologists believe ancient human species might still be alive in the forests of Flores Island. Flores, where one anthropologist believes an ancient human may lurk. In 2003, archaeologists looking for evidence of the migration of modern humans from Asia to Australia stumbled across a small, fairly complete skeleton of an extinct human species on the Indonesian island of Flores, which came to be known as Homo floresiensis, or as it became more commonly known, the Hobbit, after the small breakfast-guzzling creatures from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit. The species was initially thought to have survived until relatively recently, around 12,000 years ago, before further analysis pushed that date back to around 50,000 years. But one retired professor of anthropology at the University of Alberta says that evidence that the species' continued existence may have been overlooked, and the Hobbit may still be alive today, or at least within living memory. In an opinion piece for The Scientist promoting his upcoming book Between Ape and Human, Gregory Forth argues that paleontologists and other scientists have overlooked indigenous knowledge and accounts of an ape man living in the forests of Flores. My aim in writing the book was to find the best explanation, that is, the most rational and empirically best supported, of Leo accounts of the creatures, Forth wrote in the piece. These include reports of sightings by more than 30 witnesses, all of whom I spoke with directly, and I conclude that the best way to explain what they told me is that a non-sapiens hominin has survived on Flores to the present or very recent times. He writes that local folk zoology about the Leo people inhabiting the island contains stories of humans transforming into animals as they move and adapt to new environments, which he likens to a type of Lamarckism, the inheritance of acquired physical characteristics. As the work revealed, such positive changes reflect local observations of similarities and differences between a supposed ancestral species and its differentiated descendants, he says. The Leo identify these creatures as animals, not having the complex language or technology that humans possess. However, their eerie similarity to humans is noted. For the Leo, the ape man's appearance is as something incompletely human makes the creature anomalous and hence problematic and disturbing, Forth wrote. For now, the closest we can definitely date H. floresiensis being alive is still 50,000 years ago. But Forth urges that indigenous knowledge should be incorporated as we investigate hominin evolution. Our initial instinct, I suspect, is to regard the extant ape-man of Flores as completely imaginary. But thinking seriously what Leo people say, I've found no good reason to think so, he concludes. What they say about the creatures, supplemented by other sorts of evidence, is fully consistent with a surviving hominin species, or one that only been extinct within the last 100 years. This article first appeared in April 2022. And that was before Dr. Forth released his book. And this particular story, as I mentioned at the top of the story, is nearly 20 years old. And it caused quite a sensation in cryptozoological circles when it was first announced, because it had implications. What if Sasquatch are out there? If this species can remain undetected for thousands of years and then be discovered just a few years ago, then what else is out there? Makes you wonder. Todd Prescott has uploaded a very rare documentary to his YouTube page. Man, Beast, Myth, or Monster from 1978. We're talking nearly 45 years ago. It was a documentary that featured the only surviving member of the Four Horsemen of Sasquatchery, Peter Byrne. It's really well done. I think it's very good. And it was produced by Alan Landsberg, who brought us In Search Of. So I'm going to include a link to it below. Let you guys take a look at it. Apparently, Todd Prescott says this is a much better version of the documentary than the one that's been on YouTube for quite a while. So check it out, guys. We're talking a classic documentary. It's good stuff, guys. It really is. Speaking of Sasquatch, Sasquatch-themed donut shop opens in Colorado. It's even more fun than getting together with friends to talk about Sasquatch sightings. Getting together with friends to talk about Sasquatch sightings over donuts. That was reportedly the thinking of a couple who decided recently to open Squatchy Donuts, which may be the only place in the Rocky Mountains where you can enjoy a fritter and coffee while you browse artifacts related to the legendary creature. After finding the right location in Estes Park, Colorado, cryptozoologists Jack and Jill Skinner officially opened Squatchy a couple of weeks ago with the hope that the shop will become a hangout to promote local interest in the unusual, with all the memorabilia and educational materials to enjoy there, not to mention the delicious pastries and the selfie-ready Bigfoot statue out front. It seems that a new destination for paranormal enthusiasts has been born. Not only do you have this place, this new place, you have the Sasquatch Outpost Museum/store in Bailey, Colorado. And anybody who's ever been to Colorado, I've never been, but I know that it's pretty well mountainous and pretty well forested. Those are perfect places for Sasquatch to live. Very interesting stuff. And, if I'm ever in Estes Park, Colorado, I will definitely check that place out. Finally, Coast to Coast's craziest cryptid cases of 2022. This past year saw a veritable menagerie of curious creatures, strange entities, and bizarre beings that gave cryptozoological headline makers Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster a run for their money when it comes to weird sightings and unusual encounters. Whether it was a suspected dogman photographed in Texas, seen above, an alleged mermaid said to have washed ashore in Africa, or a humanoid filmed in the Kentucky driveway, the last 12 months featured an array of oddities, seemingly lurking around every corner. Here are the craziest cryptid cases to cross our desk in 2022. Texas City seeks help in identifying mysterious dogman seen in viral photo. Giant figure filmed atop mountain in Canada. Witness reports bizarre tree creature running across driveway in Connecticut. Furry snake found in Thailand. Ferry filmed by doorbell camera. Bizarre viral video allegedly shows mermaid washed ashore on beach. British driver reports man-goat sighting. Security camera films pair of entities descending from sky in Mexico. Bizarre footage of cop encountering goblin goes viral in Paraguay. Security camera films eerie humanoid lurking in Kentucky driveway. River troll photographs of Mississippi. Notorious goblin blamed for mysterious kidnapping in Argentina. I'm not going to go through and read all the story. You guys can check them out yourself because I'm going to include the link to this below, so you guys can check it out for yourself. But it seems like there were a lot of very interesting cryptid stories in 2022. And what will 2023 bring us? It'll be interesting for sure, I can tell you that much. And that's going to do it for this week. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. You guys are the heart of the show. I always say that, but I always mean it. And I'll continue to do this as long as you guys want me to. And we're going into our 8th year of doing this. It's 8 years, folks. And I will continue to bring you top quality stories that you would love to see. And I hope that you continue to enjoy my content. I know I still have a few fans at least who enjoy my content. And thank you very much to those who support me, who have supported me through the 8 years. And I'll continue to do this. I'm not stopping. This is going to be going on for a long time. I'm going to be doing this. In other words, my commitment will not stop to this. So I hope you guys continue to enjoy the content. And hey, until next week, y'all be good or be good at it. This is